Hallmark movie. I'm a Hallmark movie. Like I
Yeah,
used to be at that, and then my knee. You know how it
yeah,
goes.
yeah. I know, I
But yeah,
know.
you tear the meniscus by rotating unnaturally and too much. And I was taking a step. I know exactly as in the moment it happened, and it was samba that fucked me up.
Yes, samba.
And it all tore.
Well,
So
that's
yeah.
disgusting. So thank you for that
Speaking of
story.
disgusting, shall we talk about our story?
So yeah. Hi, hello,
Actually,
welcome. Thank you. No, actually, my name is Mina, and this is our lovely Tipsy.
hello.
Uh, yeah. So he wrote us a second chapter of the story that I started. It's about the witch.
A
Oh,
witch.
just to say,
Ah, nah.
last episode I had a dress that had snakes on it and like little moons, and today I have this like moon T-shirt,
Ooh,
and I have a little fox and forest and moon and stuff. You know, just to
that's
stay.
giving me Florence and the Machine.
Huh?
That shirt is giving me Florence and the Machine somehow.
Oh, nice, cool. Yeah. So I just wanted to let you know that I'm still in the theme in the theme. Anyway, so
I
yeah.
was tired last time, and now I have a shirt that says whatever.
So Tipsy wrote the second chapter. The first chapter was starting about the witch that would, that rules the forest, that lives in, I don't know, harmony with the forest. But you can go back and just, watch the first episode. Second episode. Oh, for fuck's sake. Anyway, watch the last episode. I'm so sorry. And
Tries,
yeah.
people, okay? She tries.
So to tell you, just you know what? No, let's just hear your story. Let's hear your story, and then I will comment on it. Okay, enjoy, people.
Enjoy.
Earth is a truly wonderful home, with its meadows and waterfalls, summer breeze and birdsong, with its soil always thirsty, always ready to soak up all things past, with all the water that brings death and erases memories. Your flesh will feed the generations to come, your skin will tear and rot, your bones will brittle into dust. And when the sacred soil takes your essence, the forest waters will wash away the memory of you. I opened my eyes and got up off the wet forest floor. A god. There is no god here. I spat on his body, now a buffet for the smallest of my children. They crawled and wriggled all over his flesh, filling their little stomachs and scattering off to reproduce. The ones that drank off my spit grew wings and flew off. That was my little gift to the mother for seeing me through again. But I knew better than to relax. Where there is one, there is more, my real mother used to say. I decided to use the bloodlust he already awoke in me, and all her children that still feasted on the god. I grabbed a heavy rock off the ground and used the soil side to break parts of his chest that still held on. As my bare feet stepped into his body, I sat down and felt the warmth of his insides, the ones still uneaten, that is. His eyeball burst in my mouth as I ate his left eye. By this time, hundreds of different bugs and insects now crawled all over me, and I felt their little taps of their tiny legs against my skin. I felt every single one of them. It took just a short chance to send them on their way, scouring the forest. My little spies, my little eyes. It wasn't long before I felt them all over the forest. My forest. Her forest. And if I don't get them, she will. Puny gods, trying to tame me, her child, in her forest. The arrogance of men. There were 12 of them, all unreadable, all close by. Gods. I smiled as I felt the wave of her energy wash over the forest. She did not like me, Feral, but first things first. As I stood up and stepped out of his body, the last few of her children jumped off of my body onto the forest ground and dug into the earth. They knew to hide. My eyes turned black and my smile widened more than it should. Fog lifted off the ground and slithered around my body until it reached my mouth, suffocating me just for a moment. It entered my body and took it over. In this shadow form, I could move both quicker and in utter silence. As I moved through the forest, I felt them killing her children, my children, sacrificing them to themselves, trying to increase their own power. I laughed, and the forest laughed with me. By the time I finished with the 8th one, I allowed her to take her revenge. I would incapacitate them, and then her children would take over. The screams filled the air and made others believe even less. 4 left. As I found the next one, an owl warned me he was not alone. To the left, just a few trees behind, another stood, ready with her crossbow. I smiled in my own arrogance as I flew towards her, but from the left something flew towards me. A crow flew down in one swift motion and prevented the arrow from reaching me. Mother sacrificed it for me. I felt the tears evaporate from my cheeks as blood flushed my face. Before he managed to reload, I was already tearing his head off with my hands, pushing off his shoulders with my legs. He didn't scream for long. I threw his head in front of the goddess with the crossbow. As she looked down, I flew out of the shadow and bit a chunk of her neck off. I spat it right out and wiped my mouth with my hand. 2 last ones walked towards me. You need to go out of this frame. You do not belong here. This is not your box, the one on the left yelled. You still don't understand, do you? She was here before you. She will be here after you. She will wash in your blood and feed off of your bones. As I said it, eyes blinked in the darkness behind them. Hundreds of eyes. She arrived. I felt as her power took me over. My legs grew roots into the ground and my body stretched. My hands became thorned branches. In her control, they extended and wrapped around one of the god's necks. He fell to his knees as the thorns tore through his veins, muscles, and ligaments. The other one ran. I did not even notice we were almost at the end of the forest. He was trying to reach the ground outside, maybe finally realizing there is no god in this forest. He almost had it as I felt Mother's power flow under me. The roots of my legs grew bigger and longer and faster and faster. As they reached the god, they crawled up his legs and hooked themselves in. His skin tore along with his legs. He fell to the ground. Almost there. Almost safe. As I moved towards him, Mother's power left me and I took my shape again. I walked slowly to him and put one foot on his chest. I wanted him to feel small. When you go, wherever worthless gods go, tell them I sent you there. Tell them not to come again. I let the children finish the rest of him, feeling the forest refreshed by his screams of agony. Day broke. Sun was coming out. Earth is a truly wonderful home, I said to myself.
So, welcome back. I hope you
Hi,
enjoyed.
everyone. I hope you enjoyed.
So, to tell
I
you,
just feel so evil. I felt evil writing this.
I mean, you know what? I read it in like what feels like 6 seconds, honestly.
Mhm.
I was there, I lived it. I love that you actually took the witch, showed her true face, and somehow wrote her better than I did. in 3 sentences that you described her. It was fucking brilliant. I loved it. So yeah, do
What do
tell.
you? I mean, thank you. I
No,
wasn't
you're welcome.
sure. I wasn't sure how I felt about this chapter at all, but I kind of think I say that every single time.
Yeah, because we don't know.
And then I reread it before this episode,
Mm.
and I was like, you know what? I'm enjoying this. I could read this. It was a fun little, yeah.
When we spoke about the dark turn that will happen, like, I swear to God, this is something that I had in mind, but I didn't know how to articulate it. And also, I mean, I just feel like you hit the right note in the story that I wanted, actually. Like, it was like, this is what I wanted, and you got it. And we didn't speak about this. I mean,
80% of things I did, like, right, was little expansions on the things you brought into the story. You know what I mean? As in, I really took what you gave and went with it.
Yeah, that's how it feels like. It really feels like, I think for the first time since we started, writing together and writing short stories and stuff, for the first time it feels like we are writing the same person.
The same story.
The same story and the same person. Because you usually, even if you take my character from the story before
I do
this,
usually.
you just flip something and it's not the same person, but this is the same person. This is how she feels to me.
First of all, it's because I think it's because you introduced her so well with so little words that it was clear to me who she was completely, and she was made. I didn't need to think about, like, I didn't think for a second about her personality. I knew it when I read yours. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but does she also
It just worked.
does she give you, like, you mentioned Florence before, so I'm just gonna stick to it. Is this how Florence feels to everyone? Is this what
I think? You know what this is? This is when Enya and Florence meet in the forest around Enya's camp.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what a duet they would make.
Yeah, you could not hear the other one from the first one, but yeah, probably.
I'm not even sure which one you mean.
Same. Depends on the song.
But yeah, I do agree. But I think that I think the two of them would make a wonderful, witchy, flowy, meadowy music. I don't know how to define it, but I mean, Florence does it by herself, and Nanya does as well. Maybe it will be horrible because if you remember, Florence and Gaga had a collaboration, unfortunately.
What? It seems like I should know, but okay, never mind.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly my point. Like, we know more about Gaga's collaboration with Metallica, and I was so excited about Florence and Gaga, but with all due respect and everything. But yeah. Anyways, yes.
Search for it later.
To go back to it.
Let's go back to the story. Yes.
I was gonna say my only worry was that it's too sudden of a switch in the vibe of the story. But then when I reread yours today, I kind of feel it's actually works.
Yeah, I feel like it was already introduced what will happen.
Yeah.
Even if it didn't happen, even if this chapter of yours was just a quick flashback, just a quick flashback to the battle that happened, I feel it would have the same tone. I feel like, just, I don't know, everything fits so well.
Just kind of wanted to show her, I wouldn't say bad side. This is why I wrote feral side at one point.
Yeah, feral is a great word.
Yeah, I loved it in general. And when it comes to witchy women and the world, feral just works. But I kind of. This is why when we spoke outside of the show, and I told you that it might take a dark turn, but you will have an opportunity if you choose to put her back to light side. So what I had in mind, in a way, was when I was writing it, it was kind of, we saw her nice side. We saw her enjoys the nature, walks on water, and speaks to the animals side. But then I wanted to give her the feral side, which is, like I said, it's not a bad side.
No, it's not
just
a bad side.
Different. And I do think this is why I ended it as I did as well. I do think she can start the new day completely as a positive light again.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, I also left it, I had a different ending in mind, but I didn't want to imprison you in it.
Yeah, okay,
But
I get it.
we'll tell you that when we come to that part.
It's not really a good side or the bad side. It's, she has an intruder, and she understands, even if she cannot feel them, as she usually does, as something natural and normal. In this world, she is one with the mother, so she understands.
That is also thing I wanted. Yeah.
And this is really readable from your story, but I will
I'm
get to
glad
that.
you caught on that.
Yeah, it's really it's there. You can see it. You can feel it almost. She's one with the mother, and she feels everything in this world, and there is a blank space. Well, 12 blank spaces left, and she knows it's not a good thing. So she knows the manner of this intruder. She knows he's a villain. They are a villain, and they are here to collect something. They are here to harm her or the humanity or mother or everything in general. So this is not really. It's a bad intention. So this is not really a bad side. This is just us showing that she can fight. She's not really, you came here to fight. This is what you get.
I try to express it in that sentence where mother doesn't like me feral, but first things come first. As in, it's exactly that. It's not a bad side. It's just something that's unfortunately needed because of
But also,
other
I feel
people.
like nature. I mean, mother in this case, or Earth is also feral. She's feral. I mean, our planet.
I think that's the definition of it. Yeah.
Our planet, usually the nature itself is very wild.
Yeah.
So if something is needed to clear something out, this is what happens. This is just in human form, in a way.
That's the intention. That was the intention. As in, mother keeps harmony, and when something is out of harmony, mother does what mother needs doing.
The way you showed her, the way you represented this witch in a dark way, this was quite brilliant. I mean, the part where you tell her legs, her feet were the roots, and she could feel like this is. It gave such a nice, in such a short sentence. It gave such a nice show of power that she has, and that was really like this was like okay, she's that's it. She is the mother in a way. I love how you started with the Earth is a truly wonderful home, and then immediately if you know what I mean.
I wanted to.
Like, I know wonderful with its meadows and waterfalls, and it craves blood.
What I wanted to do, and this is why I put it. This was purposeful and intentional, maybe a better word. This is something I started liking when I wrote Ruby, as in I really got into it in my head, and it's similar. It shows up again in Brenda. And it shows up again here in a way, because it doesn't show up in this chapter, but in the first 2 chapters that we wrote. Started really loving the slow sing from some harmonical, perfect diba-da-da-bi-da environment and a situation into a full horror, gore, darkness.
Yeah, beautiful.
And this is why I wrote it like this, because I felt it repeated your original intention, but now we are talking about her dark side. So we are having the same motifs, but watched with a different set of eyes.
I think
before she meets one of his eyes.
You know what I really like?
Yeah.
That she, in the first episode, in the first chapter, she says, "We will not fight today," or something like that. And that is quite true. Because, I mean, he could step back and leave. And that's all.
Yeah.
That's all. All of them could just leave.
Absolutely.
That's all. And there was no fight. There was just pure slaughter.
Exactly.
Another Iron Maiden song.
Well, I hope no one runs to the hills.
I said that it was a beautiful moment that she promised they will not fight.
Yes. This is exactly where I was going. There were two things involved in that. First one, I didn't write the fight on purpose. She said, really nice. We are not going to fight today. And I was like, purposefully, okay, there will be no fight.
But to explicit detail, you will see how all of them suffered.
But then the second part came in of also, we will not fight, meaning not necessarily there isn't going to be any blood spilled, but just meaning, just so we are clear, this will not even be a fight.
Uniman.
This is just your execution and nothing else.
Yeah, but can you... Yes. That was really beautiful. And thank you for sticking to her power, because it's what I was trying to represent in her. Like, she's really that powerful. She does not, she does this and everything goes away. I loved the part, I mean, she's like some supreme being, I guess,
Okay, yeah.
And, obviously. And the part where she takes the rock and smashes him open, it just kind of gives, she could just do it like this, and it could, rip open. No, she decided to use violence. Like, literal hands dirty, all in blood.
The soiled side to break him. It was kind of a connection again to the forest, to the feeding, to the soil that soaks up that I opened with. Also, I was so proud of those first 3 sentences.
That's beautiful. Really.
That drama, the drama of it all, I was like, oh my god, yes.
Yeah.
The forest waters.
I enjoyed it. The soil always thirsty, always ready to soak up. I mean, yes, please, okay. And then, it's natural order of things.
And then when I was afraid of cheapness, because that's always a risk with gore. But then somehow, when she sat into him, it was art.
It was beautiful. Like, she just...
Because it happened. It wasn't intentional. Yeah. I just saw her breaking his, what do you call it? I mean, this chest torso part.
Yeah.
Open.
The bone. The
splitting it up a bit. And then entering it barefoot. I loved your barefoot motif.
Yeah.
Entering, the squish that would be heard.
Yeah, of course.
And then the warmth when she sinks in. I was like, when I envisioned it a second before writing it, I thought it was going to come out cheap. But then I read it and I was like, no, she's doing her little dance. It's okay.
Yeah, it's not cheap. It's really, I love it.
The ending I had envisioned was a bit different. This is why I cut it off and put it as Earth is a truly wonderful home. I said to myself just to close it in a particular motion. But what I had intended was, so when she catches the last guy, And that one I didn't describe the best, but the picture in my mind was disgustingly good. When she tears his legs off. But anyways, the point with him being almost out of the forest, there were 2 points to it. One being kinda expanding on the lore and pointing out that she's weaker outside of the forest. But what my intentional idea was that following him, she kills him, and all bloodied and everything, she's standing at the end of the forest, and she looks up, and there's like an army of them. And this is why I made her deal with these 12 so easily. Because I was like, she will have to face an army, and if she will have to face an army, that means that these 12 should be nothing.
It would, yeah.
In a power
I had
motion.
my coffee, I killed, 12 men, and...
Exactly. Yeah. And this is why I kind of made her, or continued with your vision of, well, I didn't know the vision, so I didn't continue with it. But what agreed with your vision of extremely powerful.
Yeah, I love it because it's very hard to picture something like that, to put in picture. I'm not even sure if I could do it. Not that I could usually do it better, but I'm not sure if I, the one who imagined the witch at the first place, would be able to describe her this powerful without sounding, without over-explaining it.
Pretentious. Yeah.
And this was like, I just fell in love with it the moment. I feel like this should be a story that we write more, usually. This is usually...
Which we never say.
Yeah, but usually you're the one that goes into, like, oh my god, we need to write more of this story. And the witch is, I don't know, she's beautiful. I love her so much.
In general, it's not just this, and it's not just the fact that I really didn't enjoy writing this chapter. It was a one-off as well. But the thing is, I felt so light reading yours. I'm not doing a praise for praise. It's not that. It's just literally the situation that I felt so. And yesterday was hot. You know what I mean? It was hot, and I was rereading The Witch, as in your first chapter, and I felt the breeze in the forest. I felt the wet, cold forest air. This is why I'm saying that I would stay in this story for like forever.
Yeah.
But yes, and then one more thing that I wanted to point out that you noticed, but I just want to point out how intentional that was her connection with the mother. Because it's a weird intertwinedness.
Sure.
Between them, as in, so she mentions the children a few times, and those children are mainly forest animals, predominantly in this chapter, bugs. What is it?
Can you see the kid? No.
No. He's probably on the big screen.
Yeah.
But yes, it's predominantly the bugs. But the thing is, sometimes she says my children, sometimes she says her children, sometimes she says literally both. And that was kind of the push for that. She is mother, but she's not mother, but she's one with the mother, but she's...
Yeah, it feels like, she's the daughter. Since this is the mother, she must be the daughter. Yeah, it was...
It shows contempt, same to when she's pat on him in mind. It's the same level.
Yeah, I forgot about that, but I did want to mention it, that this was so beautiful, because a woman spits on you, on your dead corpse. I mean, honestly, I would sign up for it.
I just felt, you know what, I in my mind, when she knew he was going to start the fight, he kind of started, she didn't really react, and then in my mind, he was killed by nature forces. Wines, everything. She never touched him. She never moved, basically. And you don't even know who you're dealing with, type of situation.
literally.
It was just, yeah.
Just could have done
But
some
yeah.
research before, triggering the fight, going into
mean-
something. Like, you should do your research before you attack. How do you imagine this army? I don't know if I would write it. Oh, excuse me. I don't know if I would write it, the whole big scene with the army.
Mhm.
But how do you imagine it would go? I'm just, since you mentioned it.
Yeah. No, I imagined it. Well, first of all, I imagined it as a dramatic, end of the forest, take a breath because she just killed everybody she needed to kill, and then lifting her eyes and realizing that she's basically surrounded along with the forest.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I stopped. That's kind of where I stopped. But I didn't. I didn't imagine you fighting the war now because we have only 4 chapters to write. So there wouldn't be enough space, and having another battle start, battle end chapter would be a bit repetitive.
Yeah. Yeah, it would.
But that's why I imagined if you would go there, that she would maybe win by some other way, not fighting the war. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think this was just like a hypothetical question. I just want to know how you feel about her, how she would, lead
That's
this.
what I'm saying. I feel like she wouldn't approach things directly. I feel like she wouldn't fight a war killing one by one. I don't feel like she would be that interested even. I do feel that she would somehow approach the head or heads and work her magic there or something.
Yeah, what
Um,
I have in mind is, like, now that you said this with the, the general.
huh?
Yeah, that would be great, basically. Killing the general and, ending things in a
Approach.
second. But also I feel like she's powerful enough, or maybe there would be 2 or 3 of them, and they would just, like,
Mhm.
I imagine an army like 10,000 men. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's my thing in my head. And there would be, like, nothing would happen, literally. They would just stand there, and she would
Uh-huh.
look at them, and then
Yeah.
she would do some kind of chant or something, and they would just,
Uh-huh. Poof.
yeah, they would just, the soil is.
Yeah. I kind of fucked it up with this chapter in a way that you brought the tension, I did the fight, and I finished the tension. You know what I mean? It's kind of end.
This is the end of our story. So this season has two chapters. What I had in mind is now completely gone, because we did get that. We did get that part. We got this high and we stayed this high. You did it, and now I don't know what to do next.
Yes, that's why I'm saying now we might need. To be fair, you could go back when you said it yourself. You could explain her arrival to the forest and discovery of Mother.
But I don't feel like she discovered Mother. She was. I mean, it's already kind of explained in the first part. She did live through all of the Earths. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have to
Well,
just
I'm
start
just
writing
trying.
the story and see where it takes me. But I kind of,
I mean,
want to. Sorry to interrupt again. Kind of want to travel through time or space with her. I mean, she should go through time or space somehow.
yeah.
Like the interstellar part of the story. And maybe just go back to the beginning of the gods and I don't know, check that out, kind of.
Considering the motif, Earth is a truly wonderful home. Maybe you can bring in aliens in the next chapter.
Yeah.
Let's see if Mars is a wonderful home.
She becomes an alien to another place.
How?
Oh my god. I have an idea, kind of her beginning. And I kind of like it. It now popped into my head. I don't know how, because you mentioned Mars. And then I started thinking about the moon.
Is she from Venus?
She's not from Venus. No, she's not from Venus. But I feel like the moment she collided with Mother would be the moment then when the Earth got its moon.
Okay.
So it was the beginning of, some things happening on Earth. I guess I'm not really that into... I am into space things, but I'm not that familiar with what was really happening. But we had an asteroid that got into Earth, and then we got the moon from the Earth, and, things happened. I don't know. Maybe this could be the beginning of her becoming,
Absolutely.
beginning the life forms. I don't know. Maybe play something with it. Play a little bit.
To be honest, every idea we mentioned, I know exactly where I will go, and I probably won't. But I know exactly where I would go with the last chapter. Every single idea we mentioned. So I'm not worried, because you know what I think? I think that she is fun enough for these small short stories. She's fun enough that it doesn't really matter.
I feel the more I talk about it, I get more and more ideas, and none of the ideas gets even close to the things that we wrote in these two chapters.
I know. I know.
So I'm not sure. I will have to see.
The problem is,
I'm sorry, people. I cannot promise you anything. We will fucking see. Okay.
I don't.
Okay, I will write something. We will see what happens. It's very hard since we did a good job.
It's horrible when we do a good job.
I know, I hate it. Anyway, so yeah, great. We will see what fucking happens. On the other note,
is my name that way?
Huh?
What a fantastic 10 seconds of screen time.
My dog and my cat today, they decided to join forces. There is another song that's in my mind now. Anyway, so my beautiful fiance decided to give the cat the stick, that you can break into pieces and feed the cat, like the treats. And she took one part of it, like it's 10 pieces put together, in little foils. And anyway, she decided to give the cat one because he fucking deserves it. And she left it on the top shelf. And my fucking cat, when we left home to our other apartment that we were working in, the cat fucking jumps on that fucking shelf, which he never does, and he, did it 3 times since we are here, and it's been, he has 6 years, so anyway, so he took the whole package, the 10 pieces, 9 pieces, 8, I don't know how many were left. He throws them on the fucking floor, and the dog fucking eats it with every fucking bit of plastic wrapping. So this was the thing that why I was late today, and we were talking to the veterinarian, and the dude said, I don't think you need to worry, but you shouldn't feed your cat with that shit, because it's really not good for them. And we were like, yeah, but we feed it really once a month maybe.
Also, that's not the problem at the moment.
Yeah, exactly, because he doesn't see this as a problem. And
no, I know, but it's like fucking asking opinion on Reddit.
I know.
And it's like, that is not what I asked. I just asked a simple question. My taste is not in question.
Yeah, anyway, so that happened today. And yeah, I mean, they work together to, do shit all the time. I remember this.
Heavy.
This was a throwback. I had a throwback
Uh-huh.
to the the first few weeks when we got the dog, and the dog is a female dog anyway. She was really small like this, and the
Uh-huh.
cat. I took the sausages out and I put them in the sink, and the
Uh-huh.
cat took the fucking sausages and threw them on the floor. And then she ate all of the sausage. It was like this small piece was.
Uh-huh.
It was
Uh-huh.
like sausage was this big. I don't know.
Proper sausage,
And
yeah.
yeah, it was this much left, and her poop smelled like sausage for days after that. Stupid animal.
Really good.
Ah, there.
Anyways, hope you enjoyed, people.
Yeah, hope you enjoyed. Please follow us on Instagram and other pages. You know how it goes. Please click all those buttons. Also, we have a
Yes.
community on Discord. You can join. You can write your ideas. You can tell us if you think something was bad. We don't mind it. We will just not care about your opinion. And also, if you want to, you can. How do you say it usually? If you want to be a part of
I'm not
this,
sure. If you want to join us for a season or
yeah,
something,
that's it.
write in somewhere. As we said, our lines are open.
Yeah,
We accept emails, messages, comments, and carrier crows. Uh,
yeah,
Other than that, next week for another episode of PlottInk, which I don't think we actually said at the beginning of this episode.
yep.
Uh,
PlottInk.
there, we'll just cut that in. Bye,
Bye.
guys.
Prestani.